Dear women, hi, my name is Lee Takata, and I want you to know that you are not alone. In 2008, I was raped by my best friend, and my world was turned upside down. I started bringing together groups of women to share their stories, and the Dear Women Project was born. We were featured in the local paper. The film was part of 3 film festivals and played on a ROKU channel for 6 months. I'm so blessed to continue to share these stories with you and thank the women who continue to be a part of the conversation as well as everyone who has supported us financially. These are real women with real stories. If you all want to go around and introduce yourselves and talk a little bit about.
So, for me personally, I was date raped back in 2008, and it was kind of a really sucky experience because it was someone that I was really good friends with, I knew for a long time and trusted, and it was like very difficult because it was someone that I was like really good friends with and someone that I also actually used to date.
What had happened was when I was 13, my mom allowed me to date someone that was 18. And then 2 months later, he moved in with us. And we lived as a married couple. And I tried to tell her at 16 that he was hurting me, and she slapped me, and told me not to tell lies, things like that. And she always said that I got what I wanted.
It was the moment that when I felt like I was going to die, when he was on top of me and he was strangling me. And he said these words that I'll never forget. He said he's going to kill me like my whole mom. And by the grace of God, for whatever reason, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I felt like I was about to pass out, I was gonna die, and he somehow passed out, and he fell on top of me. His whole weight went on top of me, and I just remember this like big sigh of relief. I could breathe, and I couldn't believe that he just passed out.
I didn't do anything about it the first time. I felt like I had to do something. Unfortunately, I waited 2 weeks to report my rape because I was in denial. I couldn't believe it had happened again. I didn't want to admit that it had happened again. I didn't tell anyone. I started drinking heavily to repress the feelings and the memories.
He went ballistic, knocked my friend out, our friend out, and viciously attacked me, knocked over my daughter's car seat. So she was upside down in the car seat, and he assaulted me physically and sexually. And when he was done, he left.
So my first experience with abuse was when I was a child. I had a nanny. My parents were divorced. My mom worked full-time as a doctor. She was on call multiple days a week, so she wasn't home a lot. So we had full-time live-in nannies. And while it seems like a very privileged life, it's unfortunate that the people that were hired to be my caregivers were very abusive. And one in particular had a boyfriend that would come over and they sexually abused me.
I didn't really have anyone to go to talk about it because, people always kind of accepted his behavior because of the whole boys will be boys thing, and, he never openly admitted that he was abusive.
The first person I told was my sister. That was my way of reaching out, trying to get help. I didn't know how to get out of that situation. I was pretty young as well. She never told anybody until I decided to text a cousin in another state. And that's when I started getting all kinds of phone calls from male family members. And they were pretty upset with my sister that she knew this whole time I was getting abused and she didn't even reach out to anybody else to help.
Who was the first person you told about what happened?
When it happened to me when I was 7, I told him I wasn't going to tell anybody. So I wanted to keep my promise because I didn't like breaking my word at 7 years old, I guess. Still don't. But anyway, I went to bed that night and I basically just told God that if we had the most random, awkward meal for breakfast, and I made up stuff we've never had before, never had since, that I would tell my parents over breakfast. And we actually had it. And so I was like, great, now I have to tell them. And so I told my mom and dad. They did believe me. They went over to his parents' house and he came over and got really mad at me, and I was like, why can't we play outside today? And he was basically like, I'm mad at you. I can't trust you anymore. And we can't be friends because you told your parents. And I just remember being really hurt that I lost somebody I was close to. And then just going through that at a young age, I just assumed that that's how you're close to people anyway, because it happened to me with so many different people.
You just gotta pull whatever's deep inside of you to get through whatever the circumstance is. And I think it's at that point that you realize there's probably more strength inside than you ever realized that you might have had, because your envelope has been pushed, so to speak. And to not give up. Believe yourself. Believe if you feel like in your gut something's wrong and something isn't quite, right with the situation. Because even if you think to yourself, I was just doing what I would do normally, you know in your heart that there's help out there.
I've been able to talk with some of the people that I've met, and they've had similar experiences, and I've been able to let them know and sort of guide them through that sort of it is going to be okay. You can find resources and find a way through that. The message that I would want to give would be to talk about this, report to the police, and recognize that if you have any sexual contact that you didn't consent to, it is assault. That's what it's called, and it doesn't matter the circumstances surrounding it. It's not anything that you did to make it happen. It's on the person that assaulted you.
It's not your fault. The reality is this person sucks. The people that say bad things sucks. They're just ignorant. Forgive them. And it really helped me to have my friend Katie and also one of my best friends, Tyler, help me out a lot. So my advice is to tell everyone about your incident. It's so much easier said than done, and it takes a lot of strength. But if people start acting ignorantly towards your experience or say something negative or blame you, just educate them.
I am woman and I am strong. You can catch me, you won't catch me. I am woman and I am strong. You can catch me, you won't catch me. Let your voices be heard. Victory's been won, the race has begun. Someone out there has a story. You have the power to be free, 'cause you are a woman and you are strong. You can catch me, you won't catch me. You are a woman and you are strong. You can catch catch me. You won't catch me. All the abuse and all the pain, your victory's not in vain.